Gotta pour my cup of coffee. Where's my cup, Jack? Where'd my cup go? Dang it. Can't pour a cup of coffee without the cup, right, Jack? Gotta pour my cup of coffee. Oop. Where's my cup, Jack? Where'd my cup go? Oop. There we go. Yeah, I found my cup. Go to a concert and they won't let me bring this camera. They won't let me bring this one to the concert because they consider it a professional camera. It's a cool Pix. It's a point and shoot. It just has a nice lens, because it actually, I think this is a cool Pix, a point and shoot, and it was like $20. It was a whole lot less than that one. But this one does almost what that one does. It doesn't zoom. It's only 14x zoom, but and I got it cheap because the door here, when you put the batteries in, the door doesn't stay closed. But I see what's wrong with it, and I'm modifying it, or I'm gonna put a little the door. There's a little hook in here that's broken off. So I'm going to drill a little tiny hole over here right near the edge into the plastic, and I got a little screw. So I'll have to use a screwdriver to change the battery, but it's a beautiful little Nikon L610. Everything, that's perfectly shiny. Polish it up. Okay, it's real clean. It works really good. Took sunset pictures, tested out and stuff. But I need it because I'm going to a passenger concert beginning next month, and I wanted to bring that along. Oh, I got it. No, hey, Kiwi, let me get the link here and all that. Participants, copy link. And I turned my microphone up, so because I'm tired of people talking over me when I'm talking on another thing. And because when I go back and watch it, it's like, wait, Paul talks over me and you can't hear me because he's got his microphone turned all the way up. I don't have it all the way up. It's up close to it, but not all the way. There you go. There's the link. And I'm going to do this button there so I can see what's going on here. And I'm trying to animate videos and stuff. And I'm getting ready to, I'm going on a new chase. I mean, there are, his treasure was, if anything, it's just waiting for whatever, and might as well go do something else fun while you're waiting, But look, my camera matches my glasses, huh? It's tired of just chrome or I got the red ones, and I guess they're little sparklies in the little thing there. There's like little zirconias or whatever. I don't know. I think I'm gonna wear my hat just for fun. Oh, I almost disappeared putting on the hat. Right? Let's see. Alan Parsons Project. Live. Alan Parsons Live Project. That was what? 2017 or 2018 I went. 2018 I think I went and seen them. Interesting stuff you're doing with your background. Good. You chase, yeah. And, I talk about my art. Nobody cares about, but here it is, Um, people want to talk about that treasure hunt. But what Josh was saying about Cynthia wanting to make sure no trailer trash ends up with it, and then all her involvement afterwards. Is she really that much of a bigot? Class wise, she thinks that she is better. See, why should some rich bitch like her, who lives at the Arnold Palmer Country Club in Las Vegas, why should she decide that, oh, that old guy on disability with has to go in and have his blood drained occasionally, and has got arthritis in about every joint now, my neck, my shoulders, my hip, my knees, and stuff. And she knows about my disability. She feels my pain. I don't think so. She would never talk to me. But she stepped into the picture after the hat doffing and the mildew thing, and she's in the picture with Forrest Fenn's Magnum PI guy, I won't say his name, that's all. But yeah, that's Forrest Fenn's Magnum PI. And Cynthia, we have people that know things, but I her silence to me, her continued silence, and the continued silence of whoever is in charge of this, and zero contact. I mean, I don't even say anything bad, and I'm blocked by some of these people. Josh, you need to play whatever it was that Cynthia. You need to play that so we or have a link so that we can see what you're talking about and verify that she actually said it. Some people say things that people said stuff, like Street does it all the time. Troy does it. Troy was telling Candy. He's telling Candy that Bill Gore, he was talking bad about you in the chat and stuff, and Bill Gore. And I say, look, Candy, you go back and you look at that video and review the chat, and you will see that I didn't even mention you. I did. And Troy was trying to pretend, and he's not only trying to make Candy think that I was saying bad things about her, he was making the whole audience think that. Street does the same type of shit. When I brought that cowl to the Fenbury, I got out of the car and I put it up on the wall. But I think somebody wanted me to move it, and we moved it right there. And that's where Forrest Fenn set up the chairs. Why did he set up the chairs next to the cowl? So that people would sit right next to it and they wouldn't know it was right there. I'm hoping he sent Cynthia up to Yellowstone, get rid of her, because I'm sure Forrest Fenn. Yeah, I have faith in Forrest Fenn. I don't have faith in Cynthia at all. Since she can't talk to me, they can't. All the friends. I can't. They've never, ever interviewed Bill and had a serious look at my solution. Never had a serious look at it. All they know about is the car or Moses. They don't know of where Warm Waters Hall, at the bottom of the world's deepest hot spring, Pagosa Hot Springs. Treasure's bold. It's bold. printed. If you search Google Earth, Treasure, Colorado, it's below the 3,500 acre ranch that belonged to David Jennings Brown, called Bootjack Ranch. That a bootjack is two omegas, an omega at each end. Okay, so go on to the chase marketplace. Hopefully people find what they were looking for. And if not, we wish them the best. Oh yeah, I thought I had it going. Boom. Yeah. Oh. My loop is off. I gotta have my speakers on or they'll turn off. I gotta have some sound going to them or they turn off. So I just have real light my theme. I don't know if it'll come out if I turn it up. Yeah. And you see there, you had to be the guru. You had to be the guru doing the chant. But when he said success is an omnipotent guru, that was just within weeks, just days or weeks of when I found the Model A cowl and sent him the picture of it. I sent him a picture of it in situ. And then when I got back to my camp, I can't leave it there. He said to take it. I took it. You know? And of course, it's broken. It's only a piece of a car. It doesn't require the whole car. Just something that's from a Model A. It reminds you of a Model A. There's something, that's just a piece of the car. So? Hey, Fenn. I bet that's Jason. Yeah, it is. Yes, it's my new camera I got to take to the Passenger concert April 5th. So I'll let that one in. But I got my good camera for all the other stuff that I'll be taking pictures of. And my tail. Dribbles. Star Trek. Oh. Yeah. That was pretty good stuff. Somebody made a channel with her name on it. And put her videos on there. What's wrong? It's your video. It's not somebody saying something about you. It's you. It's reality. I got my cup out and I didn't get my coffee. That's why my throat's dry. I need something to drink, you know? Yeah, get things ready for a big adventure. Nobody joining in. Let me see what else we got for background here. There we go. Let's see if I get Another one, new one. See if I got a new one. There we go. There we go. Freedom, liberty, the republic. You know who wrote the republic was Plato, invented the republic. Well, that comes out pretty good on the big screen. It's just a little animation. It's like 5 frames of flickering light flame on there. I've been up there, and I posted a picture of it. When I posted this on Facebook, my cousin kind of like in 1972, we went on vacation cross country in our station wagon, and my cousin from around Pittsburgh picked her up, and she went with us on part of our trip, and went with us to Washington D.C., New York City, and Washington D.C. We went from Pittsburgh and did those two, and we went up to the Statue of Liberty. So I've actually been in the Statue of Liberty's head. Who street? Have you been in Liberty's head? I don't think so. No, I don't think he ever gave a shit. He says he knows what you want to hear, and he tells you what you want to hear about when he's pretending that he cares about things and stuff. No. When with all the women, the mothers of his kids, he just wanted the pussy. He just wanted that pootie. It didn't. The rest didn't matter to him. He made that, you know. Were you looser? Well, I think you missed typo. Was I lost? Oh, okay. LOST. Yeah, I hate these keyboards and phones. The phones are real bad trying to type on them. When you get older, you get a little lazy and you mess, you know. But the real kicker is the people. There's people that don't try and figure out, well, what letter was he trying to? Oh, that letter is next to that letter, or what, you know. And sometimes it's a spell check puts another word in there that you hadn't intended at all, and you don't see it until after you hit enter, and boop, it's up there. And there's people that are like skill teachers. You misspelled that. And it's like Forrest, like, it doesn't matter how you spell it as long as you know what the fuck I meant. What's it matter how I spelled it, Miss Ford? And the car I have is Miss Ford. Yeah, almost got there's a guy with puppies. He had Australian Shepherd puppies for $35. And there were 4 of them. Any of them girls? Nope. Like, darn. I told him, my dog's not gay. He's got to have a girlfriend. You know? Who cares if I ain't got one? Jack needs one. He's only got so many years. He's probably got 10 or 12, 13 years left. But yeah, the guy said he had another litter, and he let me know. Do watch Ben show? Yeah, I actually had Ben's. I took it, I recorded it, and then I put it in the audio thing and reversed it, and I was listening to it. And there are some things in there. There are some things in there reversed, but to go over something like that, it's 50 something minutes and stuff. And actually, when I reversed it, and I reversed it to make it a little easier to understand because you slow it down a little bit. So instead of 58 minutes, it's 110 minutes. Or no, it's 70 something minutes, 77 minutes instead of 50 hour and 7 minutes, something like that. So, because I slowed it down. Ben proved that Doug Preston was still. No. He didn't prove anything there. It's probably none of these people have talked to Doug. They're all pulling each other's leg. People are playing poker. They're playing poker, and none of them are bluffing. Come on. It's a bluff. The guy was bluffing him. Ben is bluffing. They're all bluffing. There's you got to look at the end of the chase as it's kind of like a movie. And there's the producers. The producers are running the show. You don't see them. All you see is the actors that they got the puppet strings on out there. And they feed them something. And a lot of this is like Doug Preston. I like to push my characters to their limits. Okay? Like, if he wrote a book about Lee Harvey Oswald, he's gonna. If it was about his innocence, great. But he would push that character, the villain or whatever, to their limits or something, or push people towards suicide. And they do it. It's not something they do, not directly. They affect somebody so that person affects other people, and eventually somebody gets shot. They're actually just playing games with your lives. It's like the FBI in there we're gonna make the guy think that it's not real and all that and stuff. We're gonna give him a real one, and then we're gonna send him to jail. It was all their plot to do the bomb in the first place. All they had to do was convince some dumb fucker to go along with them. Hey, redneck. Brinksman, yeah. How you provoke somebody, yeah. And then there's the. Let me find that. So find it. Oh, get that off the computer. Let me see. I go to. No, come on. B, T, or wing. Wow. Here it is. Okay, I'm gonna do a share screen over there. Let me see. Let me hide a bunch of other shit. Where share screen. And, all right. So Forrest said he lost a boot. When he hit it, he lost a boot, right? I'm gonna zoom in on this for you. So bigger. Plus. The history of the wing boot. Two histories of the wing boot appear below. First is an account from the book Customs and Traditions of the Royal Air Force. It is then followed by a speech by John White of the Air Force Escape and Evasion Society, in which he describes the history and symbol and how it was adopted by the AFE, Air Force Escape and Invasion Society. Customs and Traditions. Some call the flying boot or the wing boot by the Royal Air Force, which has issued the badge in the Western Desert in 1941, named it the wing boot. The following is an extract from the book's Customs and Traditions of the Royal Air Force by squadron leader P.G. Herring, published in 1961 by Gail Polden. The exploits of aircrew who walked back to their bases after bailing out of their aircraft, being shot down, or having force landed while operating over enemy-held territory during the desert campaigns in the Middle East were responsible for the initiation of another highly respected wartime badge. Because their return to their squadrons was of necessity much more than that of their more fortunate comrades, they were heralded a new course d'élite, I don't know French, sorry, and became known as later arrivals. As their numbers increased, their experience became legend, and eventually a mythical late arrivals club came into being, with it a badge. And now, how does this relate to Forrest Fenn? When he was shot down, he was going to walk out of there. He was going to walk back. This is the exploits of airmen who were shot down, bailed out of their planes, and had to walk back. It's too far to walk. Okay. A wing boot, late arrivals club came into being. Okay. Eventually, so a wing boot was designed by the wing commander. It's funny, wing boot, wing commander. He commanded all the wings. Not wings. Really, you got to be crazy to go out there where people are shooting at you in the first place. Later group captain George W. Houghton, who was at the time the senior RAF public relations officer in the Middle East. He obtained permission of Lord Teeter, then Air Force Commanding-in-Chief, Middle East, to issue each late arrival with the badge to wear on his flying suit or uniform. The innovation captured the imagination of war correspondents who enthusiastically reported the origin of the badge and experience of its wearers. In addition to the badge, each late arrival was given a club membership certificate on which was recorded the circumstances making him eligible for membership, and the words, "It is never too late to come back." After you bail out of your airplane. Okay. According to the Royal Air Force Escaping Society press officer Brian Morgan, the membership of this society was exclusive to the Middle East. It was never available in the country of England, and it doesn't exist anymore. In 1943, when American airmen in the U.S. 8th Air Force started to return to England after having been shot down over enemy-occupied territories, some unknown American evader started to use the Royal Air Force wing boot as a symbol of his having evaded capture and having walked home. This symbol of evasion was never authorized to be worn on U.S. uniforms. In the ETO, European Theater of Operation, therefore, evaders wore it under the left-hand lapel of their tunic or battle jacket. One of the first stops of an evader made after being released by the Air Force Intelligence in London was usually a visit to Hobson and Sons in London to have them make a wire badge wing boot. So they'd stop in this jeweler and they'd make him a wing, and they'd put it up under their lapel where you wouldn't see it, as a symbol that they escaped. They were shot down in enemy territory and walked home. Being released by the Air Force Intelligence London was usually a visit by Hobson. Okay, I read that. Okay. When the Air Force Escape Evasion Society was formed in June 1964, it was decided to use the wing boot as a centerpiece of the AFEES logo. As an extension of this, we approached Hobson Son in London to make several items with the original wing boot in metallic thread from the original dies. There is no original wing boot organization or club, therefore eligible for wearing it is ill-defined. Escape and Evasion Society is the only known organization that uses the wing boot as a logo or symbol, written by Claude Murray and Ralph K. Patton. The speech by John White, treasurer of the Escape people. Here is a speech I gave Mold, Belgium, in the past 17th and the 75th anniversary of the downing of our Baby, B-A-Y-B-E-E. The search describes how the wing boot became the symbol of we are outstanding in front of a memorial built by the town of Mole and the W. Mole and Honor Crew, holding the AFES flag. Our grandchildren of crew members Martin Munich and Derek Munich and Amalie Grenier. Okay, so this is just his speech, but you get the idea. If you walked out, then they got the wing boot. That's how he lost a boot, because it was only, they give him one wing boot. They don't give him two unless you walked out twice. But Forrest just got rescued. He didn't have to walk out. He but he was shot down in enemy territory and made it home. So I think it was for those that were shot down and rescued also. Not just, you didn't have, it just, if you were shot down, if you bailed out of your plane, you got one of them boots. If you'd be in boots on the ground in enemy territory. I got to get the chat going back on my other screen. There. Oh, no, other one. Well, I can't see the chat. Yeah, there, now I can. Granny hid the treasure in 79 or 80. The game has been afoot for years. It's like, it may, I don't know. That car's been out there a long time. And if he was talking about that, you had to, not all treasures are silver and gold. Everybody's looking for the gold and not looking for the spiritual treasure, which was the car that reminded him of all those trips to Yellowstone. They were taken in that car. That car was a part of the family. He put a part of himself, the bracelet, in it. A part of the family was in it. Like in the Arlo jar, there's stories about his family, apparently, because there's Creighton's wedding or something in there. So the car was something that he treasured. Do you drive a broken down 1977 Datsun B210? What is your status symbol? What kind of car do you have to have? How do you go anywhere without a car? Unless you got some really good buses. How's public transportation going to help you out when it comes to looking for the treasure? Yeah, they don't get. I'll be on TV May 31st on Into the Wild Frontier. I mean, the guy that's the lead actor in the show I'm in, his list on IMDb is like, load more of them, because it just keeps going and going. He's got a lot of films. This young kid that's gotten a lot of, he's got a lot more in his IMDb is like 10 times longer than that other guy, Ben. These are good. It's like, let's, it's like $3.50 for 6 of those. But yeah, it tastes good. I won't want one a day, or maybe 2 a day, because you can't let them sit for too long. I change his background. Let me see. The entire thing was lure. Yeah, the treasure was the lure, but he wanted you to find his spiritual treasures. The car was a spiritual treasure because it had all those memories that came with it. The movie Bullet, the car, Bullet, the blue sky. The bullet through the wing of his airplane that's on the inside. The plane. like tattoo, the plane, the plane, the plane, the plane. The plane is on here twice. The plane, the plane. And then what's over here? The car, the car, the car, the plane, the plane, the plane, the plane, the car. Ralph Lauren got his big start making ties to put around your neck. Forrest, I'd never wear it. I'd never wear a tie. And okay, he wouldn't sell Ralph Lauren a war bonnet. A war bonnet. It's the front of the car. The front of the car is the bonnet. The back of the car, what is that? The boot. Mario, Paul, the back of the car is the boot. Prove me wrong. DF Brits. DFB, that's dumb fucking Brits. Well, one of my fans went St. Patrick's Day parade and fell down and broke his hip. I had a broken ankle, and later I found out that my B12, I wasn't receiving B12, and B12 is what makes your blood in your bones, and so it makes your bones weaker and all that. And so, yeah, if you have pernicious anemia and stuff, your bones get weaker. You got to take calcium, and I get calcium pills, and vitamin C and vitamin D, vitamin E, and all that. And I take a thyroid pill, and I take anti-inflammatory. I don't take any pain pills other than Did I say I almost got a puppy today? Almost got Jack a puppy, but yeah, they only had girls. Oh, they only had boys. And I wanted to get a girl for Jack. But that would attract the coyotes, I guess, too. Yeah, I'm getting ready. I'm going to go have some fun. I don't care. How miserable Street is that Bill Gorman has a voice and he can't shut me up. Hey, Galaxy, you can come in here if you like. Yeah, Forrest Fenn was rich and knew all these writers, but choose to wait all the time for. Yeah, but look at it this way: if he has, he knows Harrison Ford. They're both pilots. Harrison Ford stayed in Santa Fe for the making of Indiana Jones 4 with the Model A car. That is that car. It disappears in the movie. You don't see it again. Where did it go? It went to Tired and Weak, Tucker Ponds. It was in the wood. The word wood, the meadow, the W meadow, the 2 O meadows, and the lowercase d meadow. And it was in the back stretch, the back straight line of the lowercase d. In the middle of that, which was the middle of the runway, because he dropped his tail hook and the anchor chain tore the back of his plane off. That's why the back of the car is missing. He was sitting on a seat cushion in the back of the car. The seat cushion springs were in front of the car. Grove. Yeah, it's right. His stories are on the canyon wall. Believe it or not, they are. I don't care who don't believe it. They're there. There's a there. It starts below the home of Brown, and the gypsies are up on the canyon wall, and they're the first campfire in the drawings. The next campfire in the drawings is Stout-Hearted Men. That's on the other side of Moses in the canyon down. It's in the canyon down. What is the canyon down? The canyon down, take it in the canyon. People think they're going down into the canyon. Yeah, you are. But the canyon down, okay, say the canyon, say it's, well, it is South Fork Canyon. It's the South Fork Canyon. Okay, well, shit, that's on the other side of the freaking mountain. So you start below the home of Brown, and you have to take it to the canyon down, which is on the other side of the mountain, on the other side of the Continental Divide. We're going from warm waters of the cold waters of the Pacific in the warm hot spring to the cold waters in the creek and the warm waters of the Atlantic. If you knew your geography, yeah. What I found out that those, it's like, oh my God. And I told Forrest, I said, Forrest, if you told people this stuff was here, idiots would be out here destroying it, thinking there was something hidden behind it. They would destroy all this beautiful ancient art. And so what they do, you've heard of money laundering. The drug dealers, they got their money from drugs, and they got all this money, and they can't just put $10 million of drug money in the bank. They got to tell you, where did it come from? I dug it out of my ass over the last 3 days. No, so that's called laundering. So they maybe buy a restaurant with it. You know, they put it through some other device or through a charity. They put it through a charity, and the charity kicks it back to them in legal money. It's 200 years old this year. What is not with the exploration of the West. What I found is 14,000 years old, John. It's 1420, maybe 30,000 years old. I hear people talking about the Spanish. There were no Spanish when the people made this stuff. They did this stuff when there were mammoths here, and that was at least 12, 13,000 years ago. I had to put choose to involve the Holy Grail. All of these religions, they borrowed all of their beliefs from previous religions. I mean, and you know, when people worship the sun is what gives you life. How about the sun goes black? What happens to you? How about the sun explodes? What happens to you? If it doesn't destroy you in the explosion, the cold left afterwards does. and Forrest knows Harrison Ford. He knows Suzanne Summers. He knows Richard Dreyfuss. He knows Steve Martin. He knows Steven Spielberg. He knows George Lucas. The producers are running the show. Have you ever tried to try and get a hold of Steven Spielberg? See how far you get. Nowhere. They got their schedules. Oh, we're making how many years did it take them? There's still, I think it's coming out in June or something this year. The Indiana Jones 5 is coming out. The Dial of Destiny. What did Forrest Fenn want the winner to do? Ring my bell. Call my phone. Ring my telephone bell. Your phones all had bells in them. Let me that and tell me in harmful numbers. He's talking about the amount of people killed. Life is a freaking game. You know, some people are playing games. You got Street. He enjoys triggering people, getting them pissed off, and then acting like he did nothing when they call him out. He enjoys that. And the people that follow his ass, you don't see through what he's doing? You got to be a real stupid fucker to follow along with him and not see through it. And Troy and Bill Gorman was talking bad about you, Candy, in the chat. She wasn't even there. I was looking at it. She must be passed out, sleeping. You know, she wasn't even part of the conversation. I was talking to Paul. Paul Ammons was on there, and I was talking to Paul. I was laughing at Paul, and laughing with Paul. And yeah, they love to dish it out, but they don't like it when it's pushed back in their face. Bell telephone, yeah, Alexander Graham Bell. I was in a 1980, I think it was May 1984. I'm in popular photography. My name's in Popular Photography magazine. They had a little thing. They had a trivia thing, and if you sent in a question and an answer, and if they used that, then they gave you. I got like a photo. I got a camera bag and a like a beach bag thing, Popular Photography and all that. And I think there were some other things that I got for because they used my question was who and where was the first, who did the first motion picture film and where? You know, the answer was Thomas Edison in New Jersey. I can't remember the name of it. I think I had the name Trenton, New Jersey. But you know, so do you know Thomas Edison made the first film? You want to name your girl dog Diane? No. Girl dog would be Jill. Oh shit! I got to turn on my generator. Good. Got it in time. uh, my lithium batteries are probably about halfway through their life. They're, I think, some year, 2 years old. You can only recharge them like 1,000 times or something. And I recharge them several times a day. What's on my chair? Oh, the thrill of the chase. Now, that's the other thing. Troy did not read or did not comprehend the inside dust jacket. He doesn't comprehend it. Unlock the clues scattered among these pages, and you go home with a bronze chest. Did it say you can find one? Did it say you can find one? It says you can go home with it. Go by the book. Because what he told you might be bullshit. He told a lot of people bullshit just to throw them off track. He told Cynthia, go to Yellowstone, just throw her off track. The film, the TV crews were up in Yellowstone, right? And Forrest said that none of the TV documentaries had been in the right place, the right area. He closed Montana, Wyoming, northern Colorado. Why just northern Colorado? Why didn't he close southern Colorado? You don't ask yourself, oh, forget it. No, I don't forget it. I know it. And when you say forget it and you don't care about these details, that's what you call being ignorant. Because you ignore it. You ignore it, therefore you're ignorant. If you ignore it. No, read the chat. Who what? Tell me what happens over the next 6 months. What part of the chat? Just because you who's paranoid? So that goes so yeah. Put close to involve the Holy Grail. What is that? An earpiece? Ear thing? You gonna name your girl dog that? No. Girl dog, no. Oh, I want to see someone cross the road. Cross the road. Been running back and forth across the freaking freeway, man. Worth the cold is putting up with all the bullshit from people that didn't solve it. It is involved and there is something big coming, but nothing is going to happen. Read the chat. Oh, I don't know what I missed in the chat. I don't know. Yeah, it's people do not understand, like what they said on Discovery Channel. When Atlantis is discovered, it will be the greatest discovery ever. Fuck the hell with the Holy Grail. That is the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail is being able to see the spirits in the earth. I'm like reading the earth. The earth is showing me this. If it's there though. Other people, it's like I got some pictures that are like, see when Forrest said, so you found it, but there's 40 of them. Then I started taking pictures of more rocks, and I have more rock pictures than anybody. And I have found things that nobody ever noticed before. And they're not just petroglyphs. They're not just little stick man. No. They're landscapes. The landscape is the art. The art is in the landscape. It's hidden in the landscape, and it's beautiful. You got to be able to see the big picture, though. And these people can't see the big picture. Part of the big picture, pareidolia, it's a mental disease. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a gift. It's a gift. It's something. It's that I'm able to see a dimension that you are not able to, because you won't let yourself see it. Because you think, not people in the chats particularly, but my doubters and stuff, they think that it's a mental disability. I can't even try and look at that, because if I see it, then I'm going to be mentally disabled. I'm going to be put in a mental institute. If you think that way, yeah, maybe just for being retarded. Being closed-minded doesn't make you intelligent. Not listening when Forrest said, listen good. I still ain't got nothing in my cup. I got things to talk about that I don't want to talk about yet. But and I got this. This is what I was going to do. I was going to fix this camera thing so that I got to. I'm attempting. I'm going to put a pin through this into the slot. That might do it. Ah. Did I get in the right spot? Yeah. See, I just put a little, see a little hole I put in the end there? Now this will go down and that'll go like that. I gotta get my batteries out and put them in it. And then I'm just gonna put the end of a paper clip through that hole, and it'll go into the slot it's supposed to and keep the thing closed. It pops open only when you have it'll latch with no batteries in it, but when you put the batteries in, the spring of the batteries pops it open. And it's a pain in the butt, because then when you put the batteries back in, it wants to set the date and time, and I wish it had a thing to charge rechargeable batteries in it. So that's what I got. They got the rechargeables. Got this little ever ready, do 4 batteries. Now I need like a paper clip, pin, wire, like this wire. What's that wire go to? Oh, that's not a wire. Oh, that's a wire. No, that's not a wire. That's a light wire. Light wire. So, yeah, and if I had a toothpick, or even the bit that I drilled in there with would do it. I don't have anything to stick in the hole. I thought I had there's the paper clip. I got an arrowhead on it. Paper clip. I need that paper clip wire. Anecdotes, known as Forrest Fenn. Nope. See it. It works. Now I got to do is cut the paper clip off right there and glue it in place. It's kind of got another. Slipped out. Yeah, I probably have to do the drill through and put a screw in it. No, it works really. You just have to. Yep. MacGyver. Chaos and embroidery. Yeah. You see, chaos is the chaos of all this nobody knows. Embroidery is when it all comes together. It's all stitched together. Embroidery is stitching, you know. I'm going to change that background again. As embroidery. I'm curious about comparing the wood. Comparing the wood. In the box? I don't know. Yeah, but we don't have real good pictures of the inside before and all that too. So because it always had something in it, you can only look at the wood around the edges and which one I want to use. That one? Okay. I like this one. My little airplane with my banner on it. I've flown in a Boeing Stearman. I went for a ride in one. I've got it on Super 8 video tape. I had to find a place that can turn that into digital for me. You see me, but not my face. And you compare that to the remembrance article. He says, in the cowboy state, I tip up my hat over my face. Yeah. Well, I had to picture him tipping the hat and doing the hand of God, and it was staged. His private eye come up. Would you like your picture with Forrest Fenn? Yeah, sure. Give me your phone and I'll tell you. Here, it's all set up. And where's Forrest? Oh, there he is. Boom, boom, boom. He was all ready to go. And if he was laughing with Street, he was fooling Street with shit, so Street wouldn't know what was going on because it was secret. He didn't want anybody catching on there what happened. It was all stealth, just like when I showed up at Yellowstone and I got to Yellowstone Village where the Old Faithful is and could get on the internet and made a post of the picture of the sign at Yellowstone. I'm at Old Faithful. 30 minutes later, F-22. F-22 flying over. And the F-22s are generally Space Force, NORAD. They're the two-burner double blazes on the ass end of an F-22. How would you know the time of year? He never put the treasure chest out there. Time of year is irrelevant. Time of year is irrelevant. It's all irrelevant. What's relevant is it was the car that he was calling the Bullet because of Steve McQueen and Bullet, because of JFK and the Bullet, Magic Bullet, John Connolly, the Magic Bullet. That what was it? Hemingway, didn't he shoot himself? Bullets. He was talking about people who committed suicide. His father. Pills were his bullet. Arrowheads are bullets because they are both projectiles. Who's to say that one ain't a bullet? They're both bullets. They both kill you. Or one of them calls an arrowhead, and the other, but they're both projectiles, so the arrowhead can be a bullet. And then Passenger, he has a song called Bullets about a guy who, since he was a kid, started collecting bullets. And now I'm going to see Passenger at the Yuri Gagarin Music Space. And you don't know what Yuri Gagarin, he was the first man to orbit the Earth. I think Forrest Fenn was involved in Stargate program, time travel, teleporting. He was part of the Stargate program. If that comes out, that's Pandora's box getting open when the Stargate stuff comes out. And it might be 2025, early 2025, hopefully. Don't take too long, Donald. Your pirate, they just told you. Empty kiss about the Yellowstone. All she had was a lid. She stuck it in the other pictures were probably taken in Forrest Fenn's yard. Yeah. I buy what? Granny. In fact, the picture was a chest in the Remembrance article. But Granny, read the Remembrance article. Note that supposedly Jack Stoof, the character Jack Stoof, who is really Forrest Fenn, wrote that. Forrest Fenn wrote it. He wrote his own Remembrance article because he talks about the quotes twice. Twos are important. Twos, pair, married, marry the two. The quotes. Forrest Fenn's quotes keep coming through my head. Oh, now that he's dead, I can talk about Forrest Fenn's quotes. I can talk about his quotes now that he's dead. And then read what is quoted in the remembrance article, Granite. Read what is quoted there. Don't ignore me. Read it. He's telling you the quotes were important. So what's in quotes in that article? The magic bullet, blaze, careen. The car was careened off the road and ended up in the meadow, you know? His airplane careened down the runway, didn't it? Is that in the story about his plane? When he crashed that plane by the anchor chain? And I gotta have something because my stomach is growling now. I gotta hit me something to drink here. Oh. And I'm wondering who else went live to make sure Bill Gorman ain't on. Make sure nobody watches. Oop. Almost. Pouring the coffee. We got chocolate on the cup. My coffee's like half hot chocolate, half coffee. I would call him my friend if I found it. Who? Thanks, pirate. Yeah, pirates. Long John Silver was Wallace Beery, the guy that Forrest Fenn wouldn't sell bullets. Wallace Beery played Long John Silver in Treasure Island. with Jackie Cooper was the kid in the movie. He went and did other movies too. I think he was in movies with Shirley Temple and stuff. Jackie Cooper. But yeah, there's a Wallace Beery that did Long John Silver. And Forrest was saying, oh, everybody knows his brother or father more or his whatever. And it's like, no. Wallace Beery, I know, but I do know his brother, I think, was in the Stout-Hearted Men. And I think that Wallace Beery was in that too. I think maybe they both were. But they're the end of it's the blaze. That's why there's a blaze at each end. That's another double blaze. That's double blazes. And people think, oh, Bill's just flipping us off. It's like, no, it's part of the freaking chase. Dummies. They all want to take it the wrong way. You know, they all want to take it in the ass. He's trying to give it to us in the ass. It's like, no, you're not listening to me correctly. Awesome. Ben has in direct contact with and direct with Shiloh. It could all be a bluff. I could say I talked to Shiloh this afternoon, but I'd be lying. Actors, right? They pretend. Can pretend to, yeah. Like, am I just pretending that I'm going to a Passenger concert on April 5th? Hey, that's pretty cool. No, you know what'd be a really fair ending if Forrest said, no, if Cynthia said, Forrest, you shouldn't give it to that guy. He lives in an RV out in the middle of nowhere. He doesn't even have running water for us. Forrest would be like even more reason to give it to him. And don't give no, you can't give it to trailer trash, Forrest. You can't give it to trailer trash. And I think Forrest is honorable enough that you tell her, get the hell out of here. Go up to Yellowstone or something. Make her think it was up there. Just get her out of his house. And Peggy was probably tired of her coming around. I don't know what the deal, you know. And then again, to go along with that and not go along with what Forrest Fenn said, it doesn't matter if it's some jobless guy from Texas with a pickup truck trying to make ends meet, or some disabled veteran, a disabled veteran, senior citizen that needs a home, maybe, you know, not some rich bitch living in the Arnold Palmer Country Club who's so snobby that she thinks that half the people, or more than half, probably 70% of the people need a boost. And then there's these rich fuckers who had money to purchase the treasure chest, interfering with it, thinking that they're entitled because we are the prime rib of America. You know? Biddies can be, it's just a good name. It sometimes might be used as a friendly name for bitches. He was brought in by Chase and yeah. And there's still the people that think that the actual treasure chest was out there. If you had the magic bullet, you could go straight to it. That's how you go straight to it. If you found what he wanted you to find, you're going to go straight to it because it's going to be handed over. But it's not right. He did the video and he was worried about people. Oh, well, they're going to have trouble getting rid of this. They could sell one at a time or something. And he wanted to make it so that whoever had it wouldn't have to go through any trouble selling the gold. And so he arranged the auction, which is laundering the gold. Now it is changed into, it could have taken that 1.3 million and put it into a house somewhere. And then they go, here's your key. It doesn't have to be it's the value, and I believe that it was a lot more than the treasure to begin with. There was things he couldn't fit in the chest. Well, that's because the chest was just a lure. Look up the Montana bullet fishing fly. You got to read the Corey Ford's fishing tales or fly fishing tales. Is it? I think I got it right here. No, it's in the bedroom. Let me move my donuts. I guess this is kind of green. Rio Grande Rift, yeah. And when he said it's not near the Rio Grande River, that didn't include its tributaries, the forks. And to get to the canyon down, you actually go kind of east, northeast, more east, but from where warm waters halt. And then if you go to the Hungry Logger restaurant in South Fork, that's the fork down. You're going to put the fork down on the table. But that's where the lumberjack with the axe is, right there by the cash register at the entrance where you go and wait for your table. I disappeared. It disappeared again. Those batteries are almost charged up again. What was that? 20, 30 minutes it only takes to charge them up, but it used to take longer to charge them, and they lasted longer. It's like you start out charging it with a lot, and then you charge it with a little to top it off. But at any rate, it's anytime I get the battery up, if I turn the generator off, I'm saving gas. None of us can afford the gas. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not an actor. I met a couple. I met Jerry Van Dyke and what's his name? Gene Kelly. I met Gene Kelly, both of them at the Alameda County Fairgrounds out California. That's the East Bay County, Alameda. We had the Raiders. As the Oakland Coliseum was about 20 miles north of us. Yeah, I was even born there on Harrison Street, and I think my parents had a Ford, Ford Harrison. Yeah, I think my dad had a Plymouth when he got out of the Navy. He drove that, but I don't know what he had when I was born, because that was like 2 years after that. He might have had his 55 Chevy he had. But he used to have a 40-something. He had a Plymouth or something. He said it looked like an upside-down bathtub. I think I've seen those cars. We were in the family station wagon. Oh, what was it? A 1961 Bel Air wagon, the Batmobile with the wings and everything, And there were 4 kids, my parents, and we're going across the Golden Gate Bridge. And my dad threw a cigarette out the window on the bridge. it came right back in the back window and caught the mattress on fire on the middle of the Golden Gate Bridge. He had to stop in the middle of the bridge and pull the mattress out. I don't remember if we waited for a fire truck or if he just pulled it out and we split or what. They didn't have the camera then, so he could have, you know. But somebody, oh yeah, it was that license plate, California plate. That orange and black, yellow and black. I have video of when we went to Yosemite National Park. It was like 1961. And my dad has home movie. We got home movies. I have it on video. It's on my, I have my home movies. My family home movies are on my YouTube channel. Gorman Home Movies. So, but you can see, and you can see in there at the entrance of Yosemite, and my dad's got the money out holding the $1 or $5 or whatever it was. I don't know how much it was to get into Yosemite in 1961. I was only 3. But in the film camera, he's holding it. The guy didn't want to take the money because you got all them kids. No, we don't want your money. You know? And yeah, I remember going to Yosemite when I was 3. One of my earliest experiences was going to Lake Tahoe, to Emerald Bay, walking down to Emerald Bay. And the plants were taller than me, you know, but you walk through there and they're only, you know, up to your ribs maybe. The plants around the path down to the Emerald Bay. There's probably a road closer to it now, but so if Forrest Fenn Jack is fake and ending was staged, then there was no prize. No, I bet the probate has to end. He had his plan. These things have to happen before a prize can be awarded. Probate must end before prize is awarded. He put that in his rules. He wants to make sure his family is free and clear of people trying to sue him. First. Before he tells everybody, it's that guy y'all hated. See, I think he told Dale it was me. That's why Dale didn't like it. Because Dale, he did everything he could to push me back. When I had my 2019 February t-shirt design, and people were voting for it. People say, I voted, but he didn't count it. He didn't count it. He didn't count. Yeah, it was a lot of people. And I would have won the contest in my t-shirt with the bottle caps and the Roman numerals of the year 2019, you know, would have been, it was cool with it had the little omnipotent guru doing the Egyptian thing, you know. But it involves all of them. It's like all spirituality is part of the whole thing. The big picture includes all of them. Some of them don't like it. They're only a part of the big picture. It could be none of you exist. I believe you exist. That's the only reason you're here. You know, and like The spirits of people live on in the people they know. Your memories are their spirit. You have part of their spirit with you. And part of the spirit of Forrest Fenn installed, you know? He kind of, it's like the Vulcan mind meld. If you hang out with somebody long enough, you kind of rub off on each other, you know? and actually, we're all of the same essence, but we look different. We had different parents. We had different upbringings. We had different religions. All these things were, you know, and then, but we all have to live on this world together. I know. I'm going to see if I get Street and Troy and Trusted and all of them a pass to go on the first starship to Mars. Yeah, the first one. You know, you don't do something like that until it's proven that, oh, we've made 300 flights and haven't had any disasters, so it's safe now. Okay, yeah, okay, I'll go now. like the airlines, you know. Look how many people jump on an airplane. Is everything's going to be okay? You ever go upside down in an airplane? I did. A few times. Well, one trip, $200 for a 2-hour ride on a Boeing Stearman. Flew from, it was an airport south of I-70, it was just south of the new airport. But I think that little landing strip is gone. We took off and landed on the grass. It was cool. And you put on the old, you know, like these guys. I was up in the front of the biplane under the wing. The pilot sits in the back, and he says, "You want to weather out the stick?" It's like you want to fly it. It's like, I need a lesson first. No, I don't want to, because I need a lesson first. Or I should have said, what you want to tell them is even if you don't want to fight, you tell them, well, leave it in there just in case you kick the bucket while we're in the air. I can land it. But you're sitting on the parachute. The parachute is your seat cushion. You're sitting on your parachute in that thing. You strap in, and the thing, if you fall out, your parachute's on your butt. Woo-hoo, you know. And you say, "Here's the thing. Okay, yeah, I know what to do if I fall out of the airplane." I think it would have been fun. Well, I don't want to take any chances, though. I'd rather have a regular. I should have told them, do you have a regular parachute that before we land, you can dump me off a couple thousand feet up, so and show me how to use the reserve and the whatever. And yeah, I've strapped on a parachute. We are a thought that thinks. The universe is a fucking brain. The universe is everything. The universe is consciousness. It's entirely electromagnetically. We're electromagnetically connected to galaxies 14 billion light years away. We're part of this big, giant brain called a universe, and it controls matter. The thought of this giant brain called the universe assembles particles that don't really exist into something you believe exists, but you're just a hologram. You're just a hologram, Street. Somebody should pull your plug. Hey, Whoopi. Good to see you. Was that last week? Seen Whoopi last week. Yeah, my little pin thing worked in my camera. It holds that battery thing closed. But I think it's going to be better if I put a screw, drill a hole right there, right on the edge, and where it's all plastic, and put a screw through that lid into the other plastic. So I don't want it popping open and my batteries falling out on the concert floor, you know. But listen to Passier's music. Hell or high water. Water's high. If it's spiritual, yeah, maybe hell or high water. That makes some sense there, you know, because did the devil make him do it? The buffalo Cody represents the chest. When Cody was resting, the chest is not moving. When Cody is on the move. You know, Forrest had that, what was it, 46 Plymouth? My sister was trying to find this dude named Cody up in Montana. This is 2006. Some guy in Montana, he had this purple 46 Plymouth. And my sister was trying to find this guy named Cody. I don't think she ever found him, but she was in love with him. That's how Pisces are. But they'll take you down underwater with you, them, and drown your ass too. What about Buffalo Jones? Buffalo Jones? No, that was Basketball Jones, man. Basketball Jones. Basketball Jones. Basketball Jones, oh baby. Oh. Basketball Jones. Basketball Jones. That's my interpretation. Watch me get a copyright strike. Yeah. Yeah, I got my pants on today. Yeah. Yeah, now Whoopi wants me in the band. Grant, Forrest was Jack. And after Forrest died, Doug Preston was probably Jack. They write fiction. They both fiction writers, remember? and Pam had the email from Forrest with the remembrance there in 2019. Forrest wrote it and was asking Doug or, Shiloh, what do you think, and maybe they gave some input. But that tells you Shiloh did know something. But It's pretty obvious when he's talking about quotes at the beginning of the remembrance thing. He's talking about quotes, and that tells you I better look and see what is quoted in this remembrance. What is quoted in Kareem? He eccentric. It does crazy stuff. Like careening his car off the road, the magic bullet. Call it the magic bullet, and it is the blaze. That's what's quoted in there. The magic bullet is the blaze. I've got the blaze right here. But all the conditions that he put forward have not been met for them to finish it. And it's being handled, not just Doug, it's probably being handled by producers and stuff. Movie producers, they have the biggest secrets. Yeah. I think Spielberg and even Harrison Ford's not much older than I am, you know? But there's a lot of the new numbers. The numbers all line up. When the numbers line up like they've been lining up, there is magic happening. A one-eyed Jack. But Jack's got two blue eyes, like I do and like Forrest did. Where was I? I was talking to a Mexican guy. And he had these bright blue eyes. I was like, and I was afraid to say, how did you get those blue eyes? But yes, but probably should have, because it's a compliment. But I was afraid talking about his blue eyes being he was brown, it might be taken racist or something. But you never know what's going to be taken the wrong way. Yeah, she's down there. She's down there by Ghost Route. Oh, don't talk about Tres Piedras. That's where Bill was searching in 2014. Bill was searching around Tres Piedras, La Madera, Hopewell Reservoir, Placer Canyon, Placer Creek, a hint of riches. Placer is gold. Okay? So, and there's mines there, and there's this canyon. I about killed. I walked, I thought, oh yeah, it's easy walking down there, but walking back up, that's a different story. I had to do a little hiking the end of the month. But yeah, probably be at sea level. Should be. I'm going to do a sea level test in my hiking. Barb is nuts. Sometimes she feels like a nut. But she's supposed to be a Mounds. No nuts. Yeah. I guess she grew some testicles. If she never sued, if she never went on YouTube, nobody would talk about her. Yeah. I got to edit together I have a whole bunch of audio of my parrot talking, but it has a lot of noise in it too. And I got to do the noise removal without interfering with his voice on it, and you need I learned when I went and did the TV shoot, they do a thing with a microphone test, and everybody quiet on the set for 1 minute, and they record 1 minute of the ambient sound of the empty barn we were in. We were on the second floor of a dairy barn. Now, when you think about that, you got to think about Bessie the cow, dairy barn. It was on Creamery Lane. And Quast, my Quast to cease. It was on Creamery and Quast in Montana, near Corvallis. At a wildlife preserve. It was a wildlife preserve, environmental wildlife preserve thing. Forrest and his environmental things. She's whacking in a huge way. yeah, I kind of I put a curse on there. Every pound K-Pro loses, Barbara gains. I hope that works for you, K-Pro. I think he's like 75. I'm gonna look it up. Harrison Ford. Now I can't see the chat while I'm doing that. Oh, good. Oh, that's because the batteries are charged. That's why the generator's surging. Wikipedia, 1942. Oh, he is 81. Wow. But I'm going to be, what's today? The 19th? 12 days, I'll be 65. Yeah, I got some fun stunts planned for my videos coming up. I'll tell you, I had a fun birthday, and I had a great freaking April Fool's Day for you. A great one. Yeah. Okay, back to the stream. 24. Yeah, I wanted to get in and get to the post office and get my stuff and get back here early, but I woke up late because I'm still working on. I had a half ounce of mushrooms Christmas, and I still have half of that. And it's like, well, maybe once a week, and maybe every other week, or it's a Sunday thing, because people might not believe you, but they do have a very high spiritual connection. It is like connecting your phone to God. Here we go. What's he doing? Is it like this? Oh, this other hand. Oh, no, it is. I got it. Oh, the hand's still there. What's he? Is that a pipe he's holding? These dudes are pretty cool, though. Yeah, there to pick his nose. Oh, airplane. I got stuff that hides it. Like there's the one, and it's like you watch it. I question how many times you see the treasure chest in this video, because it's a little bit of a trick, because yeah, it's hidden treasure chests in it. And while all the other stuff is going on, you don't see the treasure because you're distracted by the sideshows. What do you want for your birthday? I got my birthday present. I already paid for my birthday present. What I really want is whatever the conclusion to happen. That would be really good. And you know what? Since they know, the people running the show know what I'm up to. I think they might have something planned. A good event going to happen. Just think about the double omegas. The double omegas. And the Model A is the alpha. Skippy was going alpha. The alpha male. The alpha male. Moses is alpha. He's the alpha male. And that was the alpha car. That's double A's. There's two alphas. They've got alphas and omegas. Yeah, I can't tell you about my birthday until it's happening. And then, yeah, you might be at work then. I'll be doing some daytime shows. Things did not go according to plan. That was set in motion October 2019. Yeah, I know. Well, actually, Forrest, he signed before he signed his last will, he signed documents. In August of 2017, he signed stuff. And I guess there was he was preparing for like his father, like he said, I'm going to go on my own time. When I choose to go, that's when I go. He chose when he went, and he died exactly where he wanted to, right there on the steps to his den in front of wooden Moses with all his treasures. He died. That room, that was his treasure chest, right? That was he died inside his house was his treasure box there. Summer, June 20th. Yeah, I'd be home then. June 20th. Yeah, June 20th. Yeah, I'd be home. But I think I'm going to make. Well, I'm going to make this trip, and then I might make a second trip after that. I might be just going on a scouting trip this time. Because I figured out how to do it even better and funner, and I could probably even bring Jack with me. Take the chest. You seen King Kong, right? You seen King Kong? You ever seen King Kong take the chest? Oh, that's taking the chest. I did it. Oh, let's get the whole thing though. And you know the Tarzan yell is the same if you play it forward or backward. It's the same thing. It's like he did the yell and they reversed it and overlapped the two. So you're hearing it forward and backward at the same time. That's something that the Tubes did. They say that the secret message hidden in this album you will only hear if you play both sides of the album at the same time. It's the and in reverse, because that's the completion backwards theory. But there was a Pegasus project. Some kid in this guy, when he was a kid, his father took him to work. He's at DC, Washington DC or something, or Maryland, whatever. And anytime work, and there's a Stargate. It's a curtain of light, and his father takes him through it in out there on the East Coast, and they appear at Los Alamos. They transported from there to Los Alamos within a couple minutes. And he went back, and then they went back. So if they had that kind of shit in Los Alamos, Forrest may have been involved in the Stargate program. He could have been involved in the secret space program. After the Apollo, they say it went up to Apollo 22 or something. So there was 17, so Apollo 18, 19, 20, 21, and that the Air Force was just doing secret Apollo missions. Oh yeah, Tarzan. It is Tarzan. Yeah. Oh! Yeah. My ancestors, my ancestors came from outer space. We came from outer space. How did you get really hairy people? They mixed the DNA with something hairier and got half hairy people. More hairy people and stuff, They and I think they engineered the different races and put the different races in the different parts of the world to watch how they come together and interact and see which one outwits the other. And to kind of pit one race against the other to see which one was the smartest. And there's a lot of people that think it's smart just to, well, if they want to kill you, let them kill you. Yeah, but, it doesn't really matter to me. It's a Twisted says, you got to fight for your right to party. You got to fight for your right to exist and live. And I live in the White City. Actually, on Google Earth, it says there's a town named McClintock between me and Blanca. And that's what John has the same last name on it as Barbara Anderson. Forrest talked about Gardner Island. The street south of me is Gardner. And there's the Ford. The street north of me is Sanford. And it's split. It's San space Ford. It's not one word, Sanford. It's split like Saint Ford. That's unusual to me. It's maybe the Spanish way. English, maybe they put them together. I like this guy's neck gear here. This stuff around. That's cool stuff. Cool bead stuff. That'd be really cool to have some super from the AI, take something from that and make it real. If you could go look on Halloween looking like that, man. Get it painted on. Yeah. Yeah. But people don't realize that the Moses comes out at winter solstice, which is the anniversary. Forrest was shot down at winter solstice. Winter solstice represents the sun reaching its lowest point on the horizon. It stays there for 3 days and then rises again. It's resurrected. The sun is resurrected and spring is on its way. It's the darkness, the end of darkness, and light is coming. More light in the day, less dark at night. It's the sun has risen. The sun has risen. Now, okay, we got a human. Huh? He rose. Yeah, a lot of us did. But all religion a lot of it can be looked at as ridiculous. And you got to think what's logical and stuff. And if your spirit keeps going on one life after another, this is what the universe does. It lives one life after another forever. It never ends. It never ends. It is unlimited. There is nothing. The only thing is it can't keep apart. It's not perfect, and so you live 100 years and things start failing. But that's the physical parts of the physical part. The physical world is your body is the physical. The spirit occupies the physical body. The material. The material thing is your body, your face, your head, your looks, your house, everything about you is your that's the physical material parts. Everything that you see and all is everything you touch is material. Your body's material, but there's a spirit that runs it. There's a spirit that runs every atom in your body. And how many are there? And there are things working inside of you that you aren't aware of any communication with your antibodies that are fighting other things in your body and stuff like that. They are separate individual entities running all over inside of you, keeping you going because they're working with the universe to make it all happen. And Forrest is trying to work with the universe to make this all happen. Captain God, come on. You're right about anything. Yeah. Um, yeah. And there's another lawyer. Carl was only hired to do this part of it because he had to be kept unaware of what the real story was. He had to be kept unaware. He's got plausible deniability. Nobody ever told him. I used to practice, do this, practice remembering events of the past. Practice. I could remember my first concert on March 31st, 1966 with my mother. It was my birthday. It was my mother's 31st birthday. And we were there to see Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass on Herb Alpert's 31st birthday on the 31st of March. That's 331. There you got the 2 3s. I was supposed to be born on 330. I still got the 2 3s there, but they delayed me like an hour or something. I was supposed to be like 11:30, or they gave my mother a shot to delay the delivery so that I would be born on her birthday. So I can claim both days, 330 and 331 and 333 and 33. But 58. If you want the 333, you take 5 8. What is 5 plus 8? It's 13. There's another 3. So my numerology and all of that, and the numbers keep coming up everywhere. You got 331 miles to go. Oh. I just put a chain across my end of my driveway. So, but I'm going to put I'm going to put on the lock. I'm going to, or on the post right out there by the entrance. I'm going to put a QR code on there that has my phone number. You can have a QR code, like you put it on your window in case of an emergency, and so they could do the QR code, and it puts your phone number in there, and they can call you and tell you, hey, your house is on fire, you better get home. You know. Isn't it called what it was 50 years ago? Yeah. I'm working on. I'll tell you about something in private when I talk to you, Bill, about those. That kind of stuff. I got some plans. There are some things you can do with government that doesn't cost anything. They're like rights, or it's like you're really helping them with something that they hadn't thought about. But yeah, my area, they don't have the manpower. Like she protect. They don't have the manpower to protect it because it covers so much area. It would take a lot, and some of this stuff, they're even amongst homes and stuff like that. They're on private property and stuff. Some of these formations and things. And so it'd be hard to make it a national park, but it'd be hard to protect it and all that. I don't know. They would have to have a lot of more cameras and patrols. Is probably about it. Like Yellowstone. When I drove into Yellowstone, it was 1 or 2 in the morning, and I seen 2 cops while I was going through two park ranger cops. They're out there, they're patrolling still. But out this area, they got the one Forest Service cop. He's got a huge area to patrol, like, and almost a whole county. Yeah, because his forest that he has, there's other guys, but they got other counties in that forest. Freaking my soul. It isn't solved. It's crazy how many of it place mountains old Colorado names. Yeah. Okay, storytelling time, right? At one time, what was about 1988 or something. I went. My brother was on the USS Ranger aircraft carrier down in Coronado, San Diego, and I was driving down to go see him for to go on a day cruise. I've been on Tiger Cruise, but this was just it's just an escape for the day. And anyhow, I stopped in Cerritos, California. That's where there had been a plane crash there at one time. And I went to the Stuart Anderson's Black Angus, because they got bar and dance floor and live entertainment, whatever. And I was just standing there minding my own business with a drink. But and this guy come up and he flicked his drink on me. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm here minding my own business, not talking to anybody, just listening. But I was on mushrooms. But so I'm like, what the fuck, and he goes over and stands over, 10 feet away or whatever. And so I walk over and I flick my drink at him. And then I go to the bartender and I go, do you have a back door that I can get out? Yeah, right through here. So I left the place. I was wearing a blue shirt. I was wearing this blue shirt, 80s shirt. It was 88. And I went over to another bar just across the parking lot at this other restaurant. And I changed I went to my car and got a green shirt, put on a green shirt that was patterns on it and whatever. And so I looked completely different. And the guy comes in there and walks right by me. He didn't even recognize me. And then I scooted out of there and went back over to where I was originally. And then I went and told the bartender what had happened. I said, this guy flicked his drink on me. I flicked mine back on him. And then I asked you, where's back door? I go over next door and he shows up over there. I change shirts. He shows up. I split. I'm back over here having fun. Yeah, Stuart Anderson. But yeah, LA. I've heard women say guys in LA are just total jerks. Kind of like street. It's something that is owed to them. It's not a mutual. I was like, woman gives that they don't want it. I don't think somebody does that just for one day. You know, they're looking for a. I would hope that there's something more long term. You know, it's like I won't get involved with somebody that I don't want to stick with it. You know. Head turned. Yeah, I had this other issue. The latest was like just didn't relax. Too young, doesn't relax. Everything is now. Move. And what are you doing? What you think? You know, thinking totally opposite of what's real and stuff. And then when, like, I have trouble with the battery and stuff, and I'm fighting with freaking RV. You get pissed at you get pissed at mechanical thing. I'm pissed at this mechanical thing, right? Phone rings. What are you doing? I'm pissed off at the RV. Best to leave me alone. Well, I can help you. I can help you. Leave me alone. You're going to get in trouble, you know? What don't you understand? I'm mad at the RV. It's like putting your hand in the fire. 9,639. Yeah. Yeah, it's 7,650 right here. So that's only 2,000 feet higher than here. Where was I? Oh, that thing I found that I thought it was a meteorite. I guess it's a similar formation to Devil's Tower. It's a cone bulging up right there, and the top is washed off, and so it's got. That's what it's like them formations up that part of Wyoming. They have several of these things, but they're not as big as this one. And I don't know if they recognize it as one. Freaking my solidarity. Listen. Nobody talking. 20 in here. I don't know. Can you hear the music? I say nobody's tried to join. I don't know what other things I have to look through what I've created in the last week in my files on my computer. What new art have I? Oh yeah, I got this guy. Let me see. Can I get him? Where is it? There. Okay, here. And here. There. Is that full screen? I think that's full screen. Yeah. Okay. Now do share screen. And there's this one. There we go. There's double blazes. Yeah, I made that. I made that yesterday. That's pretty cool, I think. That was that's double blazes. with the eye from the Lord of the Rings, and I used the Burning Man, but I put another head on him, and then I added more flames and the eye and the hands with the fingers. So yeah, it's not just a picture from Burning Man; it's got a lot added to it. Then animated. Yeah, I'm glad my little camera repair works, holds the battery door shut. It wants to pop open though. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to do the screw. That thing's still running? Yeah. Where is that thing? Where's my power tool? There it is. Wait, look where I'm going. Did it? Yes. Yeah, did it. Drill a hole. And then I got this little tiny screw that I'm going to put in there. Except the screw might be too long. So I'm going to have to cut the screw shorter. Is the hole the right size? Yes. Threads go through the hole. Then I put this, see, screw through the case. But it's too long. So I got to get it started and take it out, cut it, and then put it in. I don't have to put it in all the way this first time. But I need a screwdriver that size, which is on the back side of my laptop here. I saw one. One of them red, one of them little jobbers. Don't see it. What do I have? I got a little in my toolbox. See, I can't, it wants to pop open. So I have to screw it down. And I got it right in the where there's a lot of plastic. So it didn't drill into any electronics. And I just used a little diamond drill. Yeah, I got screwdrivers in this. I got a wooden crate here. I got a Camaro. Isn't that nice, huh, Whoopi? That nice Camaro, Whoopi? It's got power wheels. It's one of these you pull it back and and the wheels turn. I got a box of tools there. I think I see a screwdriver. No, it's a square thing. There's another one. Which one is it? Yes, it's a screwdriver. It's a Phillips. So I put that back on. Push that shut. Holds it shut just like that. So what I want to do, I'm gonna take off that much from the other end. I need to mark it. Mark it. I was at Harbor Freight and I got this thing. It's like 10 rolls of electrical tape. Every time I need it, I have to grab a new roll because I can't find the last one I used. That was my first thing. I tried taping the door shut. The tape didn't hold it too well, and it got things sticky. And that's rubber band with tape. That didn't work either. So yeah, Passenger, he has a song called Chasing Gold. Yes, and Golden Leaves. And it's just so many songs of his are chase related. It's like, does this guy know Forrest? Now take it out. Okay, so as I cut the screw in half. And I got the perfect tool to do that. Harbor Freight. Way up in the yeah. Just snip that freaking screw. Now I got a shorter screw that I can. Oh, okay. Now I can't get it out of the tape. Yeah, did I tell you about the skunk on the Golden Gate Bridge? I told you about the mattress. I was with a girlfriend. We were over by the San Francisco end of the Golden Gate Bridge. And we were walking over to go walk up on the bridge a little bit. We weren't going to walk across it. We'd done that before. But we got there, and a skunk hopped out of the bushes and walked up and he started heading out on the Golden Gate Bridge. Pepe Le Pew was going to Sausalito. He's probably going to visit Robin Williams. They all live up there. My dad lived in Mill Valley. That's where Spielberg and Lucas and them all live up. Mm-hmm. And did I cut off enough of the screw? Yeah, I think so. Let's see if it turns. No. Memory card is in. Ah, there. There it works. I still need to cut a little more off that screw. Had trouble turning it on. It scared me. There. Didn't have to use my. Did I tell you about the time I was kidnapped by Santana's bass player's ex-wife? I took friends to Lisa and this guy Mark Castro, who plays guitar, played for Santana occasionally and stuff. And so Lisa and Mark are up on stage singing at jam night. I drove them there from across San Francisco Bay, and this blonde named Cheryl at the bar. Yeah, oh, I got my car and have lion. Okay. So we got there. She does her and passes it to me. And right after she handed it to me, she starts that Firebird up. We're on Highway 101 doing 101 miles an hour to her place. But her ex-husband was a bass player for Santana. She was from Australia, Australians. Yeah, watch out for them Australian women. They might be fun. Yeah, that, and then I got the Seven Bachelorettes. I've got to write a movie script about that. I might need some help with what happened while I was passed out. Vroom, vroom, yeah. Yeah, and my friends were pissed because we lived on the other side of the bay. That was like 35, 40 miles, you know? On the other, across the bridge, the other side of the bay. The bar was in Burlingame or San Carlos or something. And we were, they lived in Union City and I lived in Fremont, you know? Yeah, I grew up in Fremont. I know about John C. Fremont. We were taught about that. So when you live in Fremont, they teach you that stuff in school about the guy that the town is named after. And they ate 10 guys up here. And he got court-martialed twice. He got court-martialed for the California Bear Revolt, and he got court-martialed for what happened up here at Cathedral Campground, Cathedral Rocks. See, that's what Forrest said. My church is in the mountains. It's a cathedral campground. Because it looks like a cathedral. It looks like a big pipe organ with a V in it. And then there's a big face above the V, you know. And the V is what's in the Sergeant York when he's doing the target practice. That right in the bottom of the V is the bullseye. For their target was just a V, no bullseye. It was a V, and your bullet had to be right in the middle. And I don't know if you could take, you probably didn't want to touch it. You wanted to be right up against the lines on either side in that V for a bullseye. Boom, boom. And the movie Sergeant York, that's a pretty good movie. He took out a bunch of guys in the ditch, a bunch of Germans, single-handed. And he's like, I know how to do this. Mowed him down, and he was out of there. Where's that screwdriver? I want to cut that thing again. Cut some more off of that. Still too long. I don't want to screw it into the electronics. You have to put it right in the pinch of the dikes. It should be using like lineman pliers. And it's really hard to. Woo! I think I cut part way through, and I'm going to turn it and try and cut a little more. Maybe I better find my alignment pliers. The dikes are. Wow. Almost need a freaking hammer. Yeah. Maybe. I just hold it with that, grab it with my wire stripper pinchers, and bend break it. Bend it off. There. Generator just ran out of gas. Man, that's one tough screw. It probably wasn't made in China. That's why it's tough. It don't want to break. It don't want to cut. Jack, what are you doing? You almost got a girlfriend today, Jack. They have puppies. Australian Shepherds. The guy had 4 of them, males. If you want a male, they're $35. Black and white, kind of spotted black and white. And one had kind of like, looked like an ashtray spill on his head. But they all got blue eyes. I gave him my number because I said, Jack needs a girlfriend. He doesn't want a boyfriend. Now I'm trying. I'm actually bending the handles of these, trying to cut that. That's a tough motherfucker. Where is one of my most vivid memories was having all the skin burned off my back in the shower when I was 4. And the thing is, the only pain was when it was getting burnt. And I don't remember any pain after that. Somehow. I don't know how I got through that without pain, without, I don't remember pain. Just big scab on my whole back was a scab. I don't know how I'm going to get that freaking thing. Don't want to go. I don't know if I have any of them wire cutters that you put the screw through it. Put a screw through it and it's got a little screw that you put the screws through, and it's got a special thing for cutting screws. That other piece is going to shoot across the room again. If I do get enough grip on it, squeeze on it. Got to catch one piece in my hand. It don't want to go. I'm going to have to wait till I can put a hammer on it. Vroom, vroom. Okay, so everybody's just watching me fool around with my screws. Just screwing around, man. Yeah, I wore this to one of the ones, I think the Once Upon a While drawing thing. It wasn't a drawing. That's when I wore this. It's got a couple arrowheads and it's got 3 arrowheads and 4 claws. But this one's an old. Forrest said this one's an old one. The claw things are fake. They're just decoration. But yeah, and I made it so this thing slides, the rope. There. Oh, what happened? Oh, that's one of the beads. There are 2 different pieces there. They're supposed to slide apart. Maybe the slides. Oh, yeah, it's not sliding no more. That leather like grew back yet. Nope. See, yeah, it got tight. It broke. It's just a leather string through it, tied around the arrowhead. Yeah, he said that's an old one. Really old one, he said. But I got them on eBay. What else had I created lately? Mr. Hanky stuff. Let me see. I did this Statue of Liberty thing. Yeah, not much happening. I have videos that I'm editing. And sometimes it's like, it's just a little bit more. Not ready to finish it yet. And I made the, let me see. See, I got the petrified Mr. Hanky with different hats. Got that all set up. And when what the Omegas are related to the Athenians. Alphas and Omegas, Athenians and Omega. They're the ones that created the Omegas. That comes from the Greeks. People hadn't thought of that. Where did it originate? Omega. Where did it come from? It didn't come out of the Bible. They might have known about it, but it came from the Greeks. I'm trying to get my screen back. Where's my YouTube picture again? Turn that off. Where? Huh. Anyone still chat? Yeah. No, I don't see anybody chatting. Says there's 20. Says there's 20 2 hours ago. And I had to heat up a burrito. I make lamb burritos and cheese and I have a guacamole, green sauce, onions, But I've been losing weight. Even my 36s are getting loose. I might have to dig out some 34s. When I high school, I wore a 32. Yeah, I told the guy. He said he had some others. He probably had some girls from another litter, and he gave him my number, and so he's gonna let me know. Yeah, I get that camera working. It was a cheapie, but it's a good one. Really sucks. It really good. Like drill a hole in it to get the door to stay shut. but it makes that it if that door was working, these with the door that's not broken, They tell you the door is broken, and so they're like $20 and $10 shipping. But if they're not broken, then they're like $80, $90. So if you're good at fixing shit like that, then you can get a discount. Fix it. MacGyver anything. Okay. Let me see. Rice, cloudy, nice cloudy, rice and cloudy. Cloudy rice. I've seen that. 40s. What is it here? 29. I'm going to unplug the computer because it can run on the battery for hours longer than the other one. And I'm only using the battery on the Starlink and that other monitor. So I can't cut the power use in 1/3 of the power off there. And they got these new speakers that kick ass. Can you hear the speakers? Let me see. They got these new speakers that kick ass. No, I couldn't hear the speakers when I did that. I don't know if you guys heard the music when it played earlier. Yeah, 65 inside. It's 29 outside. And the wind is 6 miles an hour. Right? Really? Any particular reason what? Any particular reason what? Ooh, what? They do sound. Oh, you heard them? You heard them? Let's see. Where is it? There it is. Um, no, I didn't give us a late night song. Oh, you didn't hear that? Oh, you did 17. 17 now, but it's delayed. 17 what? Oh, watchers? I refresh. 16. Yeah, I see. Okay, yeah. I just refreshed my screen. Um, yeah. I went to a concert in Orlando, and the drummer for the Atlanta rhythm section, I think it was, the drummer died on stage. He had a heart attack. They took him in an ambulance. I guess they declared him dead eventually. But but yeah, he died on stage, and Gary Wright's drummer stood in for him, so they could continue their set, and then Gary Wright played, or Gary Wright had already played. But yeah, Dreamweaver. Remember that one? Let's get that up. Let's see if I should have that on my thing here. Let me see. I don't need that part. Song. Yeah. 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 Wow. I have it on. Oh, it's on my hard disk that I can't get access to, I think. My hard disk that doesn't work that I have to get fixed by terabyte. Because I have that. Let me see. Let me turn that one off. Pause. Let me go over here. This was my favorite song. My cousin, even in when I was in high school, my cousin gave me this album. Great song. It goes great with my background too. One of my favorite songs.
Just close my eyes again. Time to board the dream, leave the train. Try to take
So way back.
some tiny high through the skies.
My body to disappear. Here we go. With the body.
So don't make a suit. There's no
Can't get it out. Yeah, that's badass music. I love that song. Yeah, love it, love it, love it. And I gotta have my other stuff low. So I'm still talking to myself. Thank you. There's no conversation coming from the chat. There's no conversation joining in just talking about anything. A lot of what's on my mind, I'm not talking about. Because I got a lot of my mind, and it isn't Forrest Fenn related. Well, maybe it is because of Forrest Fenn. Yes. Anything you do from this point forward is Forrest Fenn put you on that path. You know, if you roll a rock down the hill and it hits a bigger rock, that hits a bigger rock, and then hits this giant boulder, and the giant boulder goes through a house. Rolling that little rock, you started it. You're the one that destroyed the house. Even though you don't feel you have any responsibility that rock just coincidentally hit that other rock and the bigger rock and the bigger rock. So Forrest Fenn set the ball in motion. So ultimately, you know, he influenced people to do what they did. If they didn't have his influence, he didn't influence them, they wouldn't have done what they did. The guy wouldn't have climbed down the canyon. These guys wouldn't have had the snowmobiles. It all because there's a song about that. Where is that? Let me see. I don't have that either. Have to play that one off of YouTube too? Shit. Yeah. Let's see. Did you hear that music when it was playing? Let me see. There we go. Pause that one. There we go. This is what Forrest Fenn did. One thing leads to another. The confusion. You said. That's what we need. Into me. Oh, okay. So I just got the idea. What we gotta do is I get the chat back up here. Oh, people left. They couldn't handle that. That's the 80s, man. Whoopi left. Need to do some Zoom karaoke, okay? And you get the whole panel and everybody, we got somebody on the drum and somebody on guitar and somebody singing, you know, who's good at what. And we'll have these virtual bands on Zoom. How's that? Yeah. We'll be good at managing that. Ah. That was pleasant to hear, wasn't it? Some people didn't like it, or was it they don't know the 80s music? Nobody's talking back to me. Nobody's talking back to me. So let me see. Let me see if there is somebody else out there that I can't see. There are those, you know, and you go in and it's like, what's going on? Okay, there's probably somebody in there talking I can't see. So, yeah, just do it. Okay. Change this. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay, there we go. Just Whoopi. Kiwi was here. Yeah, Kiwi's on there. Yeah. No ghost hiding in the chat. Well, I still like this hand, you know. This hand over here. Good. In the picture. Oh wow. Whoopi's out. as I'm out. I think I had more stuff to talk about, but you know, when I really have something to talk about is when them other guys are on there telling lies. And so I got a video in the edit that kind of addresses that in a humorous way. We got what I'm editing. It involves the Mr. Petrified Hanky. I've got the oldest shit around here. Really, I do. I got oldest shit right there. That is some old shit. It's over 10,000 years and it's crystallized. It's the sacred crystal turd. That's the side that was on the ground. It was just laying out there like this, you know. The pasture pastry. It's like, what do they call dogs? It's cat cookies. I think it was probably a bobcat did this. Probably come from a bobcat. That's what I imagine, or a small child. That's a like a 6-year-old turd or something. Adults are much bigger. Oh, and I got this. And oh. I think it's it's Poseidon. And on the back is Atlantis. Where did the Omegas start? Where did the Omegas came from? The Alpha, from the Greek gods. What's going on? I'm watching myself on the screen. Man, that must be way back or something. That's not current. Yeah. It was when I was singing or something. I'm gonna have to go watch that again when I was in the second before the third hour. That's funny. Yeah, I haven't censored myself much. But if someone wanted to, let's go dig up everything. You live a lifetime watching my shit, trying to, where? She couldn't put all that on one CD, right? Let me see if I got another changes background another time here. Let's see. Virtual background. This one. Yeah. Well, this is like a guitar. See the strings. The dude over there. There's a guitar right there too. 2 guitars. And look at that and think of George O'Keeffe. Think of like Dolly. Think of Picasso. The guy, when I lost my phone at Yellowstone, and oh, come on, turn off. There, dark, good. There. The guy said, can you identify the lock screen on it? And he said, it looks something like Picasso. He said it looks something like Picasso. Dang it. Okay. I have it where it doesn't disappear before it gets bright enough. Oh, dang it. Okay. Oh, well, fuck it. Oh, but yeah, he said, you know, my art looked like Picasso. Yeah, Troy tries to, you just put this in and it does that. No, Troy, I go out and take photographs and it takes what the shapes from the photographs and enhances it to, so if you look at the picture that's produced and the original, you can see the dark crack in the rock and it's all from the landscape. And it says, this looks like a man over here. But you see, he's all distorted. Because that's how the landscape is. Oh. Closed-minded people are the most ignorant. It's the definition of being ignorant, being closed-minded, not wanting to listen, not giving a shit what somebody has to say, no matter how relevant it is, they don't give a shit. Yeah. What's this one? I don't know. Let me see. What's on there? This one's better. Let's see. And that rock is actually shaped like that. It's the head there, and so the AI just colored that rock. And there's faces on the other rocks. I like this one standing right behind me. This one here, she's cool. Her standing there, red hair, and yeah, that's badass. I live in another dimension. And there's a guy hiding over here. See him? See the guy right there? He's like behind the rock. He's behind a rock and coming up out of the rocks there. That was cool. Oh, here, we'll try it this way. See, it's a completely different dimension. Let me see, do another one. Let's see, what do we got? Fenn. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, that's cool. You see the top of the hill. You see the grass growing up here. You see the grass growing and stuff. You know, it says here's some shapes. Let's just add some better colors to the shapes that are there. Look at these people in their little cave here. It's like a tree, and they're under there in the roots, you know? There's things in here. This arch here. Yeah, it's cool shit. There's somebody bending over right here. See him leaning toward me? You see his ass over there. There's his head. He's leaning in there. This green face up here in this edge of this rock, right there by the bill of my hat, right there, that green face. And there's people up here, go across there, and up, and there's people on the top. It's crazy. It's giving you probably a blurry image. I don't know. I got to figure out something. I don't know if it's a camera. I think it's Zoom. It is just only giving me this lousy, 460 video or something. Not even 720. It should be at least 720. Because what I see on my camera screen is a lot clearer than what's on the YouTube. And it should be the same. It's just another dimension. See, I got my airplane that flies over the top, I like that. I just made this little red Baron pulling a banner. It says Galleria de Lente. Only 10. I bet someone else is streaming. I ain't got nothing to talk about really. I got a lot on my mind. I just don't have things to talk about with the I've already talked about that, Street and his nonsense, If he thought it was fun, to aggravate and poke fun at people, that was fun, that he got enjoyment out of that. Well, he's got to suffer the consequences of being an asshole. Yeah. So, yes, I'm done because nobody's chatting, nobody's joining in. We'll see you all another time. Some other time, some other place.